Here's the original big box release of Everquest. Everquest came out in 1999 and was released by 989 Studios, which would eventually get swallowed up by Sony Online Entertainment. Everquest was the brainchild of John Smedley and Brad McQuaid, and it was the second major MMO to be released after Ultima Online. The MMO genre really blew up after Everquest came out, and the current reigning king of MMOs, World of Warcraft, owes a lot to the roads that Everquest paved. Just going to dump this out. Here we have the manual. Sony Online Entertainment is of course working on Everquest Next at the moment. Everquest Next does catch a lot of heat for having a cartoony graphic style, which I would counter that the original Everquest had a very cartoony style as well, as you can see from the drawings. And the original in-game models were quite cartoony as well. Quite a famous painting on the cover of that featuring Fiona Vi, I believe is how you say it. Here's a quick command reference card. Here's the original CD, just covering up the code there. Here is the user license agreement. It's kind of blah blah. Here is the original map that came with the game. It was a paper map. Not surprisingly, because Sony did not think that this game was going to be as big of a success as it was. There's the original vanilla Everquest game world. It's been added on several times. This is the registration card. So I have another reference card, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when the first expansion pack, Runes of Kunark, was released, they had a special where you could order it online through the game, and that's what we did. And here it is. So I do not have a big box of this one. But fortunately, they did ship a cloth map with Ruins of Kunark, which is right here. As you can see, there's the original game world with Kunark added on down here. Recently discovered continent. So I would say the people that made this game must have been fans of the Ultima series and old school RPGs to have released a cloth map. The next expansion was Scars of Vellios, which I do have a big box version of. By this time, the Fiona Vi character had become a sort of mascot for them. Seems quaint now, but Everquest was something of a cultural phenomenon at the time. It's sort of like what World of Warcraft became. This is my original receipt. Electronics Boutique, $19.99. This is an envelope that has I'm not sure what this is. Toy Vault. Free Shark Jaw Cutlass. I had no idea that they even had this. This is from when they released the toys, which I don't have, unfortunately. This is some kind of a exclusive weapon that I must have mailed off for. Interesting. I just rediscovered that. It's nice. This time Everquest had really become something, so they were starting to really put out the merchandise. Last we went back to a paper map this time. You can see how the game world grew. There's Vanilla up there, Kunark here, and then Vellios was added down here. So they just kept adding continents. And of course here's the CD. The next, and I believe last, big box release that Everquest had, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if Planes of Power had a big box release or not. But anyway, Shadows of Lucklin. Their artwork was always great. You can see their catch line there, "You're in our world now," which is a direct statement at Ultima Online. This game's got a tray style box, it looks like. Here is the game discs. It was on several discs because the game had a major graphical update when this was released. Some 3 CDs. Kind of a nice package. Columbia TriStar Home Video Catalog. An odd thing to find in a game box, but it says Sony we're talking about, so they definitely had their hands in other media. Here we have the map of the game world that's hasn't changed since Vellios, so you've got the vanilla Vellios and Kunark. And then on the back, because Lucklin was a moon, you have the map of the moon. I'll try to get all this in here. I'm kind of crammed in. Again, a paper map. I'm not sure if any of the releases had a cloth map. An RPGware coupon. Everquest t-shirts. I would have loved to have had one, but alas I don't. The game manual. Here's a Falcon Northwest advertisement flyer. Had to have a pretty beefy computer to run this version of Everquest. You can see the new character models that they released. At the time you could play with either model in case your computer wasn't up to snuff. So that's all the big box versions of Everquest that I have. Thanks for watching.